Hi everyone. So today I'm going to talk to you about 4 tips that I'm going to give you for navigating the legal aspect of getting out of divorce. All right, I'm Pallas Athena, a life coach, and I help men and women help navigate the transition of divorce in a healthy way. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is reframe your mind of what your marriage is. Okay, your marriage is actually a business contract. When you said I do to the cake and the party and the wedding and all that, what you did was enter into a legally binding contract. And now you're saying, I don't, okay? And you need to sever that contract, or you need to rewrite the terms of that contract if you have children. So if you frame it a little bit more from a business perspective, then you will be able to help separate some of the emotions out of that and simply look at terms as far as factual based, okay? The second thing I'm going to tell you is, because it is a business contract that you entered into, right, which is legal, consult a lawyer, all right? Look, most of us would love to sit there and say we were able to consciously uncouple and it was amicable, but let's get real. That's not the majority of what people experience when it comes to divorce. Even if one side comes to the table amicably, there's a good chance that the other side isn't. All right. And even if you are able to navigate it from an amicable standpoint, look, that's great. I'm always a big fan of saying, look, if the two of you can work it out like two adults, fantastic. Then don't use lawyers, because you're going to spend a ton of money. And if you can do it that way, then use your money to hire a life coach like me to help you through the emotional side of things and what you need to do as far as reinventing your life. All right. However, consult a lawyer. Okay. You don't have any idea what the pitfalls are that you might step into, and it's always important that you at least get that legal advice. So regardless of whether you choose to use a lawyer or not, definitely consult with a lawyer so that you can at least get an understanding of what you're dealing with. The other thing it allows you to do is a lawyer can actually help protect a lot of financial assets that maybe you didn't know about, okay? So definitely don't want to be taken to the cleaners on that just because you didn't hire a lawyer. The third thing that I'm going to tell you is language. You need to start changing your language and how you structure your communications with your ex or soon-to-be ex. It's extremely important, whereas before, the bulk of the communication that you had with your soon-to-be ex is all verbal, right? Now it needs to be dialed back from verbal and needs to go into written. Everything needs to be writing. If there's anything that's agreement or, anything that deals with the actual divorce, whatever it is, emotions, all of it in writing, okay? And the standard rule of don't put something in writing that you wouldn't want on blast for everybody to see, that's a good one to use. And especially if you are dealing with lawyers and a judge, you don't want anything in writing that the judge is going to look at and say, are you serious? Okay. The other thing is, if you're the calm one, but you're dealing with a volatile ex, forcing everything to be in writing makes either the other person come to the table and make sure that they're only saying things that they should say and not saying a lot of bad stuff. If they are, then it's evidence. It's evidence you can use. All right. The other thing it does is it allows you to get away from he said, she said stuff. All right. Well, we agreed to this. Well, was it in writing? How are you able to prove that? So definitely start using things in writing. I'm not saying that you have to do that forever, but you definitely in the start of this need to change your communication medium. And then the fourth thing that I'm going to tell you as far as a tip, get your own bank account ASAP. It doesn't even matter if the two of you literally just decided last night we're going to divorce. Next thing you need to do, go to the bank next day, open up a bank account in your own name, put money in it. And if you have a paycheck that is direct deposit, immediately contact your HR department, swap out that account number, make sure that you've got your new account number. And even if you're still cohabitating at that point, just Venmo the other person money for the bills, if that's how you do it, okay? There's been so many times before where one party has cleaned out the other party's bank account and one person's going, how am I supposed to pay for groceries for the family this week, right? Don't get yourself in that situation. I hope that these tips helped as far as the legal aspect of it, and definitely subscribe to my channel if you want more tips and helpful hints as far as navigating divorce. And otherwise, you can follow me on any of my social mediums or visit my website, talktopals.com, if you want to reach out and see about me helping you as a life coach.